Hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews. My name is Christopher Hamer and today we're looking at the Belkin BoostCharge magnetic wireless portable charger. Now this charger is a pretty nice one. It's 10,000 milliamp hours of capacity, works out at about 36 watt hours of actual charging, and overall this is one of the nicer higher capacity chargers on the market. Now Belkin is a pretty big name in phone accessories, and it's not surprising to them having a go at a MagSafe compatible charger. So this will work with the iPhone 12 and 13 series chargers. Being 10,000 milliamp hours, it is on the big and heavy side, as you'd expect, and I have always found Belkin's chargers on the larger side, but that's not a major issue. Being 36 watt hours of charge, you will get this to charge fully a iPhone 13 Pro Max, iPhone 12 Pro Max, and everything beneath those two phones, which is good. Also has a nice LED on the side to show you the amount of capacity you have left, and more importantly, two ports on the bottom. You have a USB-C in and output with full power delivery, and a USB-A port as well, so you can charge, in theory, 3 devices at the same time by having your phone on here with MagSafe and using the USB-A and USB-C port as well. Now I like this charger because it's on the larger side and gives you a bit of extra capacity, but it does so while still being fully compatible with the large camera bump on the iPhone 13 series phones, which is great. Overall, I quite like the design. It is heavy, so you can overwhelm the magnets in the MagSafe part on the back here, but overall I have found it is pretty stable. And although it makes your phone very big and look more like a 90s phone than a modern 2021 phone, it does work quite well, and you can still make a phone call whilst holding it if you have slightly larger hands. It is, of course, perhaps more designed for people that need capacity, but Belkin have thought about marketing this slightly differently, so they suggest that you should use this as your charger at home. So you just need a USB-C cable plugged in, and it does pass-through charging, so you can charge it at the same time as your device, which is quite nice. I think it gives you a little bit more flexibility that way. The USB-C power delivery, which I think is important, I'm just going to double check how fast that charges. So having a look at this, the USB-C output, so it'll do up to 12 volts, 1.5 amps. So that's fairly decent, actually. You'll be able to charge some of your heavier capacity devices quite well. This isn't going to charge your laptop, so if you've got a MacBook Pro, forget about it. But it will charge, say, a decent DSLR or mirrorless camera without too much trouble, which is nice. The design of it, of course, has the cutout for the cameras that bump at the top, is all right. They've used a nice soft touch plastic on the side that goes against your phone, but it is a hard touch plastic on the back, which is very much a fingerprint magnet, so your mileage may vary. It's not my favorite design. I think it comes in white as well, but yeah, it's one of those things. I did note that this costs about £47–48 on Amazon at the moment, which is interesting to me because it's actually the same price as Anker's 5K, so 5,000 milliamp hour charger. So you're kind of getting more bang for your buck from this one. So if you don't need the small size of the Anker ones, this is definitely worth considering. The Anker, one of the Anker chargers that I've reviewed is linked above at the moment, in case you want to check that one out. Overall, I feel like this Belkin charger is more of a jack of all trades, which is nice. So if you're going to be charging more than one device, if you're going to be charging different sets of devices, this is the most flexible of the of the wireless MagSafe chargers I've seen, by Belkin in this case, and by other brands as well. So that's quite cool. In the box, you get the usual USB-C to USB-C cable, and that's it, which I think is absolutely fine. And I just think that this is probably one of the better MagSafe chargers if you can handle something slightly bigger. As I've mentioned on all my MagSafe reviews, you do need to be aware that you need to have a MagSafe compatible case or use it without a case. So obviously if I'm using it without a case here, you can see no problem with the camera bump. Still, it's not sort of pushing it away from the phone, which is good. But if I put it in my standard Spigen case, which isn't MagSafe compatible, you will notice that although it will just about hold, no, it won't even hold in place. The smaller chargers do hold themselves in place, but this one won't. It will charge through it just about, though you're going to lose quite a lot of efficiency. But yeah, that's definitely not going to be what you want to use. You're going to want to use this with a MagSafe compatible case like this one, also by Spigen, and then it will hold itself perfectly in place without any trouble. It is chunkier, but it is probably more useful for a lot of people. You can't really use it as a stand. In the ones that will hold it in landscape, but it won't really hold it in portrait. So just bear that in mind. Decent portrait, at least decent landscape sort of stand, but not the most stable. So just keep that in mind if that's what you're hoping to do. Overall, the Belkin BoostCharge I think is a good value MagSafe compatible charger. It will work well with all the iPhone 12s and all the iPhone 13s. So if you were considering it, I can definitely give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about it, pop them in the comments section below and be happy to help you out. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe as it really does help. Also, you'll notice I have an entire playlist with wireless battery pack reviews and other battery pack reviews, so check that out if you're interested in those. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope I see you again next time. Goodbye.